because by justifying false cases, by inflicting this kind of terror and tyranny in society, you are tearing asunder social fabric. And when family as an institution is destroyed, when men and women become so terrified of being in each other's company, this is not good either for men or for women, and it will only create much greater bitterness and much less ground for healthy relationships. Because if you're forever thinking, she may send me to jail, God knows what kind of revenge she will take. This kind of mistrust becoming the founding rock of male-female relationships is spells doom and destruction for entire society. And what we need to recognize is this, that behind such ill-advised draconian laws is the hand of foreign-funded NGOs who've been as though assigned the job of tearing asunder our social fabric on all fronts, through marriage laws, through rape laws, SC/ST Atrocities Act, name it. They have the monopoly of making laws. In the last 30 years, the government of India seems to have altogether outsourced lawmaking in the hands of foreign-funded NGOs. Not even NGOs, only and mainly foreign-funded NGOs. Even the Law Commission will only consult them. It does not even take into consideration what the rest of society is thinking, as long as these foreign-funded NGOs, which also have very cozy relationships with the media, both national and global media, and who can, within hours, unleash high decibel hysterical campaigns on this or that issue. To keep them placated seems to have become the major business of government. And I remember how I've been to pleaded with 3 different law ministers, saying many of these laws are causing enormous damage to our society. They are destroying families, because when you book a man on a false charge, you're actually destroying his entire family, his old parents, his young children, his wife, his sisters, his brothers. Nobody is left untouched by that one cruelty. And I pleaded with our law ministers, first of the UPA government and then even this current government, saying please at least appoint a task force to review these laws and find out how we can tweak them in a manner that abuse is not easy, build safeguards against abuse, and review them to see where all the problem lies. And you know, the answer I got is, Madhuji, please do not expect us to commit political harakiri. These feminists will slaughter us, and we dare not take them on. I even pleaded with the former chairman of the Law Commission, saying, you don't have to fight elections, you at least can do so. Please appoint an empowered committee to report to you within a specific tight time frame to review the functioning of these laws. Now, this former Law Commission chairperson, otherwise a good judge, asks me, but what does XYZ think of it? And he named some leading foreign-funded feminist NGOs. I said, well, they obviously are in support of these laws because they were part of the process of making them. So he says, in that case, Madhuji, I respect you a lot, but I dare not go against what they have set as the established wisdom on these issues. Now, no self-respecting society can afford to become a hostage to a handful of foreign-funded NGOs who've been planted here with specific political agendas, and yet we seem hapless in front of them. Now, what's important to also remember is that in the Indian Penal Code, Section 182, 199 and 211 provide provisions for punishment of false cases. Any move to have these sections actually operationalized, especially when it comes to women's rights, even judges dare not, because they'll be pounced upon. That's how fearful our society has become.